tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
And a good Monday to you. Welcome to Newsfeed Now, start of the week. I am Aaron Nolan, just one day after we moved over to daylight saving time, and today is already National Napping Day. I cannot make this up. In fact, right now on Twitter, the top trending subject in the entire United States is, in fact, hashtag National Napping Day. I caught one of my coworkers in the back. Matt Sewell, did you see this, our producer? Did you see who I caught napping in the back here at Newsfeed Now? Oh, Matt's asleep. It wasn't Matt. It was our meteorologist, Kristen Kennedy. Take a look at this picture. The lights are on, and she's still sleeping. Big props to Kristen Kennedy, who is taking a nap after a long weekend of forecasting. Speaking of forecasting, the weather this time of year is something we continue to have to talk about. In fact, last week, several tornadoes hit Alabama and Georgia. Those killed 23. Damaged also countless homes. This weekend, a storm system hit Arkansas. 3 tornadoes confirmed. Several homes damaged there as well. This is the beginning of the spring severe weather system, and much of the South is now included in a tornado alley. You know, many folks think about Twister when they think about the alley. It's Oklahoma, it's northern Texas, but there's a shift happening. Katie DeVilla has more.
Tornado season is here.
Oh, dear, it's ripping that thing apart.
I'm one of those crazy storm chasers that heads out to the Great Plains every year. And really, over the past couple of years, we've noticed really far fewer events than what we're typically used to.
New studies show Tornado Alley is moving east, covering more of Arkansas and the southeast region.
We've seen at least as much, if not a little bit more, tornado activity along and east of the Mississippi River.
You think of Tornado Alley, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, the trend there is for fewer reports, and the trend is upwards for more reports in places like Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and portions of the Midwest as well.
In December, 2 tornadoes touched down in Crawford County. 130 homes were damaged and 5 were completely destroyed. What may be causing the shift?
Texas and Oklahoma will continue to dry out due to anthropogenic climate change, and these hotbeds for severe weather activity will shift east, and the climate models have been very consistent.
Our terrain differences here in Arkansas are just too small for the thunderstorm to care much about.
Tornadoes aren't just rolling across the open Oklahoma fields. The shift is making its way to highly populated areas.
But that's significant, right? Because if we take a lot of these tornadoes that were happening in the central Great Plains and we begin to push them further to the east, we have a lot greater population density, and so there's a lot more people at risk.
Rick Hatsby is a meteorologist in Northwest Arkansas, joins us now live here on Newsfeed. Now, Rick, is this in fact the case? Is Tornado Alley, which we all kind of grew up knowing here in the South, is Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, is it shifting east?
Well, Aaron, there's been certainly an increase in tornado activity over part what we call the Mid-South, centered around Memphis. Tornado Alley is still active from Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas. Still numerous tornadoes out there, but there has been somewhat of a catching up of the tornado activity that's centered around Memphis. And it does include parts of eastern Arkansas, western Tennessee, northern parts of Mississippi, and even Louisiana.
Is it based on, and we heard in the story, I want to talk a little bit more about climate change. A lot of people talk about that, and you know, it's a hot political issue. But from a science standpoint, are we seeing the shift of, you know, where it's the climates are a little bit more standard there in Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, as it is to the rest of the South right now?
It's difficult to say exactly that we can blame this on a warmer climate. It sure looks like there may be a shift because of the way the atmosphere is behaving. For example, last year we saw this dry line that typically lies out over western parts of Oklahoma shift much further off toward the east, and that's why there was a decrease in tornado activity in Oklahoma, while the Mid-South got more. And it seems to be that it's more right now about timing, where the storms come out of the plains and they race across the central part of the country, and then they finally catch up to the moisture somewhere over eastern Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. And that's why you have a lot more tornadoes out in those areas recently.
All right,
now, to blame on climatology or the increase in warmth across the atmosphere, still too early to tell.
All right, look into your crystal ball right now. We're early in this severe weather season. It's been very active so far. You kind of expect this to continue through the rest of March into April, early June, May?
We have one other system coming in this week. It's going to be a big wind maker. Tornadoes will be probably out over western parts of Texas. There may be a few potential tornadoes, maybe over Louisiana. Then when the system clears us, it kind of cools things down for, it looks like, the latter part of March. And then as we go back into April, we'll start probably getting an uptick in tornadoes. Now, will that be shifted still to the east? Still remains to be seen. I would imagine that just the way the atmosphere looks to me, I would say we're going to shift it further back toward Tornado Alley where it typically is. All
right, Rick Katzby. Rick, thanks so much. We appreciate you taking the time here on Newsfeed Now. Great information there. One of the main responsibilities as parents is to keep kids safe at all costs. We have to find ways. We have to do what we can to protect our children from themselves, from harmful food, from scary situations, and unfortunately in today's social society, we have to protect them online. Brad Broders has more on warnings to parents about who your child is talking to online.
As parents, you must inspect what you expect of your children.
That's the constant message for parents from retired Memphis Police Captain Len Edwards.
When it comes to a child's privacy, there's no such thing as being too careful.
He now leads the Commission on Missing and Exploited Children, which works with police and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children to catch adult predators online.
It all works hand in hand to better protect the children.
That partnership paid off this week when, after alerts from Facebook and NCMEC officials, Memphis police charged 21-year-old Samuel Otts with statutory rape of a 15-year-old girl.
A lot of the perpetrators will say it's our secret and don't tell anybody.
After social media messages raised red flags from online monitors, the teenager told investigators she and Ott had sex several times in December at a home on this block.
A week doesn't pass where there's somebody that's not getting caught up in these type of situations.
Edwards said this case should be a wake-up call for parents and the potential risk when their kids communicate online.
My child is smarter than that. My child is more sophisticated. They wouldn't fall for that. Yes, they would. They would, given the right circumstances.
Brad joins us now live from Memphis. Brad, I want to go right to that very last moment of that interview. My kid's too smart for that. My kid's too sophisticated for that. Isn't that exactly where we are, though, in this technical world, that our kids are that smart?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Aaron. And I mean, this is such a story where it's a crime, but we want to make it broader about, these important issues for parents. And that's why it is so important. These child safety advocates talking about really talk to your kids, know what apps there are, and be honest with them, because unfortunately in this case it appeared that a 21-year-old was having sexually explicit messages with a 15-year-old. Now, what made this story so interesting was the fact that it was flagged not only by monitors on Facebook, but also that was passed along to the National Center for Exploited and Missing Children, which then passed it on to Memphis Police. So a lot of agencies working together to uncover this and eventually leading to the charges of this 21-year-old.
All right, so going back to your story, you did talk to folks with the Centers for Missing and Exploited Children. What are some other tips that parents need to, and I want to heed this myself as a parent of two, what are some things we need to be working on?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's what you had just mentioned from the outset about, you can't just assume that your child is just going to, not be potentially tempted or pulled into these things, because as child safety advocates were telling me, there are people who target and go in and try to talk to these underage women when these men are not underage themselves. And so, just reiterating the importance of talking to your children, be honest with them, laying out the risk, and also alerting if something kind of seems out of whack, because the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they have I think it's netsmarts.com with a Z, and it has a lot of outline. I put the web link on the web story the other day, talking about just knowing the apps, talking to your kids about them, and because it takes, what we learned is that Facebook has kind of, in other social media, they have their monitors. However, there's also kind of there's some monitoring going on there too. So there's algorithms where they can kind of see something a little out of whack with the conversation, and then they can alert law enforcement or the National Center. So that has grown in recent years. I spoke with Callahan Walsh, the son of John Walsh from the National Center, and he was telling me about how it's really grown in recent years because there's more kids online doing these social media messaging.
But even in all that, Brad, and I go back to the Momo challenge, right? A couple of weeks ago, there's really crazy characters start showing up in the middle of YouTube videos. Manipulation happens, whether it's from the algorithm standpoint, whether it's from the social media standpoint, or whether it's from this individual that was arrested, right? I mean, this
You're absolutely right. And
manipulation happens.
Right, it does, and that's why it's important for children to know and kind of be alerted by parents of knowing when, if something's off or some person's reaching out to you that you don't know, alert people. And another thing I failed to mention, this was a family friend, according to the affidavit. So another child safety advocate talks about this could be just don't assume that if it's a family friend or a relative, maybe you've known the family for 20 years, and so on the surface it might not appear that a 21-year-old talking to a 15-year-old seems like, or that they're Facebook friends wouldn't seem like strange, but if you're Facebook friends, then you can direct message, and so that potentially leads to some illicit, explicit conversations from that's not above board.
Yeah, rule of thumb is you got to know what's going on at all times as parents. Brad, thank you so much. Live for us out of Memphis, Tennessee. We appreciate that. Moving on, you guys who watch Newsfeed Now know I am an open book. I love telling you guys things about me. Well, today I'm going to tell you something about my wife. Probably not smart, Matt Sewell, right? The week after our wedding, just days after our honeymoon, I get a call from my wife. A litter of kittens was at her office, and she wanted to bring one home. As any rational husband, I thought to myself, happy wife, happy life. And so I said, no way! Lo and behold, now nearly 10 years later, I have a cat at home. Over that decade, I have learned cats can do anything. These fantastic felines can even become heroes. Chad Peacher joins us from Mobile, Alabama with the story of one cat who survived a tornado.
2 weeks ago, smoke billowed from the roof of this Azalea Road home. The fire seriously injured 84-year-old Joan Williamson, who's still in the ICU, according to family.
It's going to be devastating because she does not know the seriousness of this fire as of yet. The doctors and nurses at Spring Hill Memorial, they've been fantastic. Everybody's been very nice over there, and we're just hoping that she's on the right path to recovery.
Rick Williamson is her son. He says his sister, Suzette Mason, jumped from the second story to try and escape. She's out of the hospital, but still dealing with injuries. Family members say a hero cat named Darby woke Mason up when the fire started, giving the two just enough time to escape. At first, they believed Darby died in the fire, but discovered recently she survived and a different cat in the home didn't make it.
I don't know if they would have made it out if it wouldn't have been for the cat.
Family members say one of the hardest parts about this house fire is the fact that this home is a little more than a half-century old and everything inside is gone.
My parents have lived here as far as we can remember. My kids, who are grown now, they've only known this house to come see their grandparents.
Family members say Joan Williamson couldn't afford homeowners insurance due to rising medical bills before her husband passed away less than a year ago. And it's not clear what they'll do next.
Chad joins us live from Mobile. I misspoke earlier. We're talking about a house cat who survived a house fire. All right, so Chad, this is remarkable. The cat is really charged with getting these people out of the house. It truly is a hero feline.
Right. The way the family members described it to me is that the daughter of the mother-daughter pair was upstairs. She was asleep, and the cat started licking on her hand, and that's when she woke up and saw the fire, and that's when the commotion started. She actually had to jump out of the second-story window to try and escape the flames in time. Both of these ladies survived, but they're still dealing with a lot of pain. One woman is still in the ICU, and another is still dealing with some lingering pain from this incident. But at the very least, they did make it out of this fire alive 2 weeks ago. And initially, we thought the house cat had died in the fire, the cat that saved them, but apparently they got that mixed up with another cat that didn't make it. The cat that saved them did survive, but another cat in the house didn't.
All right, so Darby really is the perfect companion?
I think you could say he's a little more than perfect, sir.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Does Darby have a history of waking up people, or was this one of those situations that truly was a life or death and the cat kind of jumped up to the forefront?
I get the impression that the cat woke the owner up at a combination of fear, but also probably a combination of hunger. I think the cat usually expected the food around that time, so it was a good coincidence when it happened.
Very cool story. Moving forward, how's the home? Are they going to be able to rebuild?
That is a shame because it is a more than 50-year-old home. It is pretty much a total loss. Another big issue for the homeowner is that she canceled her homeowner's insurance policy less than a year ago when her medical bills for her late husband got too high. So it's going to be very difficult for them. They have opened up a GoFundMe account.
All right. Chad, we appreciate you taking the time, telling us the story of Darby the cat. Thank you, buddy.
Not a problem.
Thank you. There's nothing more difficult than being separated from your family. From school to job, it never gets easy to be away. But that's what makes coming home so great. The hugs, the kisses, the love you feel when you're reunited. It's a love a lot of us feel when we see our servicemen and women embracing their family after serving our country. And those homecomings are ones I promise we will continue to show here on Newsfeed Now. Jaron Spohr has more from Wichita Falls, Texas.
The students at Jefferson Elementary attended an assembly where students were called up to ring a bell for the goals they achieved. The first student to be called up was life student Jackson Bousquet, and the last person was his sister, kindergarten student Elizabeth Bousquet. They both thought it was just a normal assembly, but what followed was the surprise of a lifetime.
Hey.
I thought he was like to come on a different day.
Senior Master Sergeant Steve Bousquet has been serving in the United States Air Force for 24 years, and he is stationed at Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma. But for the past just over 6 months, he's been deployed in Southwest Asia. He says he's excited to be home.
I was crying before I even walked out here, so it's a little different world when you're over there, especially over the holidays. You miss stuff like that, so obviously emotions took over. And I'm just so happy to be home and see my loved ones. I love you. I missed you. It's a lot of kisses, huh?
Now that he is home, Senior Master Sergeant Bousquet has already planned the first thing he wants to do.
Take these kids back to Oklahoma, spend the weekend with them, and then get the house ready because I got them for spring breaks.
One thing is for certain, now that Bousquet has come home, he has a lot of love to soak up while he's here.
All right, Jaron joins us now from Wichita Falls, Texas. Jaron's a reporter there. Jaron, I've never actually had the chance to be in the room with one of these homecomings. What's that emotion level like?
Oh, it's very high. It starts out right when they walk in. So we were like in the meeting area where the Senior Master Sergeant Bousquet walked in, and it was already like he was already about to cry. The principal was about to cry. I mean, emotions were already high. It was an incredible experience.
You know, it's funny, you can really sneak up on toddlers and youngsters like that. And I love that pause there between his daughter and before she realized her dad was literally, what, 12 inches away from her face?
Yeah. yeah, right. He was literally a foot away. You're right.
In that moment, I'm assuming everybody just had to grab the Kleenex.
Oh, yeah. Teachers were all crying. Everyone got the cameras out. Yeah, teachers crying, principal crying. Yeah, it was hard to not cry ourselves, me and my photographer. So it was very emotional.
What were the kids saying afterwards, or were they just too consumed with their dad?
Too consumed with their dad. They didn't speak much to us because they were just so happy that he was home. You could just tell in their face.
How long had he been deployed?
6 months.
6 months deployment. That is something special to have them coming home. Jaron, thank you so much, buddy. We appreciate you taking the time here on Newsfeed Now. Very cool story. Well put.